to Circuit Training 101. My name is Andrea, and today we're going to be going through about a 30-minute workout in a circuit format, running through about 8 exercises with 10 to 12 repetitions of each. We'll run through that series 2 times. If you want a little bit more out of your workout, you could always continue on and do that for a 3rd round as well. As far as equipment, you really don't need any equipment to do this workout, but it is helpful to have a chair nearby if you prefer to do any of these exercises seated, as well as a wall or a countertop, because we're going to do some modifications on push-ups today. Also, if you want to use weights for the upper body and you have weights at home, grab those and set those nearby. If you don't have weights, you can always incorporate things like soup cans or water bottles. Like a typical 16.9 ounce water bottle is just over a pound, or if you have a larger water bottle, 32 plus ounces, this is going to get you closer to 2 pounds. So there are some things around the house that you can use as well. So now let's get started with our warm-up. Just a nice little march in place, get the blood flowing. This is kind of your first exercise of the day. Maybe you didn't get out for your walk yet. And I want you to march, bring those knees up as high as you comfortably can, and I want you to swing those arms in opposition. Now you also could do a seated march in place of a standing march. No matter which one you choose, be aware of that posture, shoulders over top of hips, belly button in towards that spine, and a little spring off that floor. Good, really push that foot. And now I want you to take those arms in opposition, so reaching across the chest, reach. Reach, reach. Good. Let's get a little torso rotation, warm up those abdominals and back. Good. Breathing in and out. And now let's reach up high, overhead. Stretch. Still in opposition. I know sometimes the body doesn't want to do what the brain's trying to tell it. But let's work on that mental agility, that brain fitness, that coordination, mind-body connection. Good. Reaching tall, still in opposition. And now let's take it across, across. Good, you're on the home stretch here with the warm-up. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Regular march, march it out. Good. Breathing, springing off that floor, and slowly bring that march to stillness. So you should feel that blood pump in a little bit. And now let's go into a dynamic warm-up. We're gonna just nod the head. Yes. Nice and slow and controlled, working within your own range. We don't want any pain. And slowly bring that head back to neutral. And let's look side to side, over the shoulders. Slow and controlled. Good, we want to keep that neck nice and mobile. And bring it back to center. Shoulders, big shoulder rolls forward. Exaggerated shoulder rolls. And now reverse direction. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Stretch through that chest. Good. Relax the arms down. Interlace those fingers. Wrist roll, especially if we're going to be holding weights. And reverse direction. Good. Shake it out. Little torso rotation. Continue that warm up through that core. And now slowly bring that to stillness. And we're gonna balance on one foot, hinging at the hip, pendulum swing. So if you have a countertop or a wall or a chair nearby and you want to kind of anchor for balance, it's always a good idea. And you're only swinging that leg as high as you comfortably can to the front and back, but not leaning, keeping those shoulders stacked right over top of the hips. And now let's take it out to the side. Lift and lower. Good. And now float that leg straight up and point and flex. And rolling the ankle and reversing. Good. Shake it out a little bit and let's go to the other side. Pendulum swing, front to back. No leaning, shoulders stacked. Work that balance. Anchor on a stable surface. And now bring that back to center. Little side leg lift. And now let's hold that leg straight up and point and flex. And ankle roll and reverse and relax down. All right, so our first exercise today is going to be a sit to stand. If you don't have a chair or you don't want to use a chair, you can substitute the sit to stand with just squats. So we're going to do 12 in a row, and now as a modification, you can always push off of the thighs. You can also push off of the chair if you're using a chair, but we really want to focus on keeping those legs nice and strong. So here we go, 12 sit to stands, or you can substitute 12 squats. So here we are, driving up for 1, back down, 2. Now also your chair, you want to make sure you have it pushed back up against a wall or something so it doesn't slide out from underneath you. Good, breathing in and out, squatting or sit to stands. All right, we're halfway, let's get 6 more. Here, 6 and 5, good, 4, breathing, 3 and 2, and last 1. Woo, check, exercise 1 done. All right, our next exercise is for upper body. If you're going to use weights, go ahead and grab those. We'll incorporate those now. And it's going to be an overhead press to a fly. So if I prefer to do this seated, I can remain seated, or I can come to standing position. If I'm standing, I have nice soft knees, belly button in towards the spine. Arms start up out to either side, elbows the same height as the shoulder. It's an overhead press. Bring it right back down to starting position to fly. Good, let's do 10. Overhead press to fly. 1, press, fly. 2, press, 3, press, 4. Now if you notice yourself starting to compromise your body position or alignment, you're throwing yourself backwards, you're leaning back, you're trying to use momentum, then stop and take a break. Okay, good. Breathing in and out. I was talking so much I lost count. Let's get 1 more. Good, relaxing back down. So that was our overhead press to fly. Working shoulders, chest, and back. We're gonna come back up to standing position, going back down to the lower body with a side leg lift. So for our side leg lift, now I could also do this seated, but if I'm standing, I want that firm surface close by, soft knees on that support leg, and I'm going to start off with one leg, foot flex, lift to the side, and then lower back down. It's a lift, lower. But I want you to notice posture. Okay, I don't have a lean, I'm staying nice and stacked, belly button in, core engaged. Here we are, 12 on each side. Here's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, you're doing great, keep it going, 2, last one I want you to hold. Hold it, flex that foot, nice and strong. I should feel engagement of the back half of the body, especially in those glutes on that supporting leg. Keep breathing, 4, 3, 2, 1, good, relax it down. Like that little surprise? All right, let's work the other side. Side leg lift. Remember that support leg, I've got a nice soft bend in the knees, shoulders over hips, belly button in. Flex foot, let's lift, lower, lift, lower, good, 3. And if you need to check in with the floor ever so often to reset that balance, feel free to do so. Just work wherever you are at today. From one day to the next, it all can change for us. Good days and bad days. Good, let's get 5 and 4, good, 3, breathing, 2, and hold the last 1, holding, balancing, strong, engaging, breathing, 4, 3, 2, 1, good, relax it out, shake out those legs. Now for our next exercise, you have several options. It's going to be a push-up. We're going to try to get 10 of them. Now you could do a traditional push-up on the floor, or a modified push-up position on the floor. You could also do a wall push-up or a countertop push-up. I'm going to use my chair. So I'm going to turn my chair around, anchor it against a firm surface so my chair doesn't slide. And I'm going to be using the back of the chair. Now the further I walk my feet away from the chair, the harder it's going to be. So I'm going to control my intensity by increasing the distance between the chair and my foot. Now I also want you to make sure that you keep your body nicely aligned. So I've got my hips drawn down and my belly button pulled up and in. So I'm not like this, hinging forward. I want you to really try to rock on the balls of those feet. So here we go. Let's go for 10 of them. Press down, push away for 1. Good, breathing in and out. Remember, we want to always breathe, never hold that breath. Exhale on the hardest part of the exercise. Inhale on that release. Good. Keep it going. I think we can get 5 more, easy. And 4, breathe. 3, and 2, and last 1. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to bring my chair back around. So there was our push-up set. Usually it's the most dreaded one, but that wasn't so bad. Now our next exercise, we're going to do a squat with a heel raise. If I want to use my chair, I can, if I prefer to sit versus squat. So for my squat position, I want to have my toes pointed forward. My feet are about hip distance apart. And as you squat down, I want you to just glance down and you should see your knee tracking over top of that second and third toe. So we're going to squat down, and you only squat as deep as you comfortably can, okay? Or if you prefer to use a chair, you can sit down. Now when you stand up from your chair or you rise up from your squat, I want you to also lift the heels up. So getting some activation through the calf. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go for 12. It's a squat down, good, and a heel lift. And a squat down, and a heel lift. Or a sit in my chair, and a heel lift. Breathing, doing great. And you only lift up those heels as high as you comfortably can. Make sure you've got that stable surface next to you if you start to feel a little wobbly. Or if you need to take a break, you take it. Listen to your body. It's proud that you're here working out today. Good. And 4, 3, 2. Last one, I want you to try to hold. Heels up, breathing, shoulders stacked. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax down. Woo! Kind of get your heart pumping with some of those too. All right, our next exercise, we're going to target the biceps. So we're going to do a bicep curl 2 ways. So if you're opting to use weights or water bottles or soup cans, go ahead and grab those now. And you can do your bicep curls seated, or you can do them standing. Standing, I want nice soft knees, shoulders over top of hips, belly button in towards the spine. I'm going to turn so that my palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Notice my elbows are close to the side of my body, so I have them pulled in, not out here to the side. We're going to curl up to the front, relax down. Now I want you to just take them a little bit out to the side, curl up to the side, back down, front curl, and side curl. Good, we're going to do 10 since we're doing them 2 ways. Front and side for 3. Good. Front and side for 4. Front and side for 5. Remember, I'm exhaling on the hard part. Inhaling on the release. Exhale on the hard part. Inhale on the release. 4 more. Exhale. Exhale. 3 more. Now remember, do not compromise that body alignment. If you feel yourself starting to arch back, you're throwing the weights, you're using momentum, not muscle, stop, take a break. Okay, we don't want to do them with poor form. Let's get one more front, and now side. Good. Relax. Set those weights down, off to the side. And let's do some crunches for the core. So for your abdominal crunches, two options. One, you can lay on the floor and do a traditional crunch, or I'm going to demonstrate a seated crunch. So in my chair, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Elbows come out straight in front of the shoulder, so they're right here in front of my body. Now, some of you probably have seen equipment in gyms where you have your elbows resting on a pad and you press that pad down with the elbows, causing some spinal flexion, belly button in towards the spine, thinking of the ribs coming towards the top of the hip bones. So that's the movement we're going for. Let's go for 12. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Really squeeze. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Inhale, tall. Here's 4. Or I can be doing these on the floor if that's my preference. And 5. Good. 6. Exhale, 7. Really pull that belly button in towards the spine. 8. Bottom of the rib cage towards the top of the hips. 9. 3 more. And 10. Good. 11. And here's 12. Beautiful. Sit tall, or if you're on the floor doing your traditional crunches, go ahead and come on up off the floor. Now our last exercise, number 8 in this first round, is a row, R-O-W. So we really want to work on some of those postural muscles, so keeping those shoulders drawn back, those upper back muscles nice and strong. So 2 choices. 1, you can remain seated, and you're just going to keep the elbows bent and think about drawing those shoulder blades down and together. So I'm squeezing my shoulder blades down and together. Or I can stand and grab my weights if I'm choosing to use weights and do a bent over row. So I'll demonstrate that option. So getting my weights, I'm going to come into a lunge position, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. My front knee is bent. Shoulders stay right over top of those hips. Belly button into the spine. I'm going to hinge forward at the hips, nice flat back. And now I want you to draw lead with those elbows up, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Okay, let's go for 12. So either bent over row or a seated row. Here's 3. Good. 4. I want you to try to remember which foot you have forward. 5. So when we do this next round, 6. You put the opposite foot forward. 7. Good. Nice strong upper back. 8. Shoulders coming down and together. 9. 10. 11. 2 more. Good breathing. I want you to hold this last one, bonus one. Hold. Eyes up, chin up, chest up, belly button in towards that spine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Relax. Woo, shake it out. Set those weights down. And if you need to grab a sip of water, go ahead and do that. This is your little recovery between our first round. So we made it through 8 exercises, and we're going to repeat that now. All right, so here we go. First exercise was our sit to stand, or you can just do regular squats. 12 sit to stands. Ready? Here we go. Standing up and sitting back down for 1. Remember, we want that chair pressed up against a wall or something so it doesn't slide out from underneath you if you're using a chair. If you're doing squats, just make sure you've got a stable surface close by. Good, let's get 6 more. 6 and 5. Good, going at your own pace. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Excellent. Take a deep breath. Find those weights if you're using them. We're going to go to an upper body set. So we're going to go back to that overhead press and fly. I can do it seated. I can perform it standing. I can do it with or without my weights. All right, I'm going to pick up my weights here. I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate it seated for this round. Although remember, if you are standing, nice soft knees, whether I'm seated or standing. I want good alignment, shoulders over top of those hips, belly button in, elbows start out about the same height as the shoulders. Here we are. Exhale, press. Inhale. Good, always breathing out on the hardest part of the exercise. Here's 3. Good, we're going for 10 of these. 4, at your own pace. 5, good. 6, keep breathing. 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Woo! Check. All right, going to our lower body. Next exercise is that side leg lift. So I can do it standing. I can also do it seated. If I'm doing it seated, I'm just going to raise up one foot, flex a foot, lift it out to the side, and come center. Standing, I've got that surface close by, that I can reach. And I've got a straight leg, foot flexed, lift, lower. Notice I'm not compromising my posture. I've got a soft bend in that support leg. We're gonna go for 12. Here's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, hold 12, hold it, soft knee, feel that burn right there in that support leg and that glute. 4, 3, 2, 1, relax it down, shake it out. Okay, other side, side leg lift, nice and anchored if I'm standing, soft bend in that support leg, flex foot, and float it up off to the side, lift, and lower, lift, lower. We're going for 12. Here's 4, 5, work that balance too if I'm standing, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, we're gonna hold that last one, 11, and here's 12, hold it, strong, flex foot, engage, woo, there went my balance, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax, shake out those legs. All right, exercise number 4, we're flying through now. Push-ups, remember you can do them on the floor, regular position or modified, or you can use a wall, a countertop. I'm going to use my chair. I'll lift it up, turn it around, anchor it. The further I walk my feet out, the harder it is, so the greater that angle is. I've got my hips drawn down, belly button pulled up and in, so I'm straight as straight can be. Here we go. Let's go for 12 this time. Press and push away. Breathing. Good. Here's 3 and 4, 5. Watch that body position. If you need a break, you take it, you're halfway. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last one, 12. Woo! Good work. Okay, I'm gonna bring that chair back around. We've survived the push-ups for round 2. Exercise number 5 is that squat with the heel raise. So remember, I can do a freestanding squat. Okay, so freestanding squat, lifting those heels up to activate those calves, or I can bring it back and sit in my chair. I can do seated position, rise up, lift the heels up. So you decide what's right for you. Here we are, 12 of them. Squat down or sit down, drive up heels up. Squat down, drive up, heels up. Good. Here's 3, lift. And 4. Now if I glance down, I want to see that knee tracking over top of the second and third toe. If this is too easy, you can also hold a weight while you're doing this, or a medicine ball. Good, keep it going. And let's get 4 more. And 3. The last one, I'm going to ask you to hold up on those balls of the feet. And let's hold. Heels lifted up, nice and tall. Shoulders back, belly button in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Shake. All right, moving back to the upper body. Bicep curl, 2 ways, to the front and to the side. With or without weights, standing or seated, so lots of options. If I'm standing, feet about hip distance apart, nice soft knees, shoulders back over top of those hips, belly button in, front. Here we go. 1, to side. 1, good. 2, and 2. I exhale on the hard part. I inhale on that release. If I notice that I start to use momentum, I'm swinging, I stop, I need to take a break. Okay, we want to use that muscle, not momentum. Good. Keep breathing. Let's get 3 more. And 3, and 3, and 2, and 2. Good, last one. 1, and 1. Whoo! Starting to feel that one. All right, let's do a little bit of core. So to that crunch, remember, if you are more of a traditional floor crunch kind of person, you're more than welcome to get down on the floor, do some traditional crunches. If you prefer to be seated, get into that position as if we have that pad. We're at the weight room, the fitness center, and we're going to exhale as we press that pad down, belly button into the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Keep rocking and rolling. Belly button into the spine. Bottom of the rib cage towards the top of the hips. Nice spinal flexion here. Good. Let's get 3 more. 3 and 2. Good. Last one. And release. Final exercise. Rows. Now remember, you can do those seated. Elbows tight to the side. My thumbs would be facing up towards the ceiling. And I bring those shoulder blades down and together. Okay, so elongating the space, lengthening here between the ears and the shoulders. So not drawing up, but drawing down and together. Option 1, seated with or without weights. Option 2, bent over row from that lunge position. Remember, I asked you to try to remember which leg you had forward last time. So I had my right leg forward last time. So this time I'm going to put my left leg forward. I've got a nice bend in that front leg, shoulders over top of hips, belly button in towards the spine, hinging forward at the hips. And now, here we go. Exhale. 1. Good. Eyes up, chin up, chest up. 2. Elbows in nice and tight. 3. Shoulder blades down and together. 4. You've got it. Keep it going. You're on the home stretch. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Okay, it's our last one. We're going for 12. 10. 11. Now hold 12. Hold it, breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, relax it down. All right, you made it twice through the circuit of 8 exercises. So now let's stretch it out. We're going to do a lunge stretch. So I want you to put one leg forward and one leg back. Front leg is bent. And if I have countertop. I can use that to kind of center myself to balance. Now where I should be feeling this stretch is up the back of the leg. I'm pressing the heel down towards the floor. Good. Breathing in and out. Let's get 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now let's switch. Opposite leg forward, stepping back as far as I can. This is great to work that balance as well. Pressing the heel down towards the floor. Feeling the stretch right here up the back of the leg. Standing tall, eyes up, chin up, chest up. Shoulders over hips, belly button in. Always practicing that good posture. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, let's do a little side lunge. So from our standing position, I want you to take a nice wide stance, wider than the hips. And I want you to bend one knee, lunging to the side. So here we should feel a nice stretch up the inner thigh. Good. Toes, I have toes pointed forward on this form of the lunge stretch. Breathing in and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float it back to center and transition to the other side. And I go until I feel that tension, not pain. Okay, there is a difference. We want to feel a stretch. Should feel somewhat good. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Float it back to center and walk those feet back in. Now, if you want to, you're more than welcome to take a seat, or you can remain standing. We're going to bring one arm right across the front of the chest, like I'm giving myself a one-arm hug. And I'm going to place my hand halfway between my shoulder and my elbow, right on that tricep, and pull that arm tight into the chest. Lower that shoulder down, really open up and stretch. So not up here, down here. And let's roll the wrist. It had to give us some support here with all that weight work. We're using weights or with the push-ups. Good, shake it out. Same arm, extended right out in front of the body, palm facing up. Flex the wrist, fingers pointed down towards the ground. If you want, you can add some gentle pressure by pulling back on those fingertips. Some people don't need that extra. They can feel it stretching right here through the wrist, forearm, and into the bicep. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, shake it out. Okay, opposite arm comes right across the chest. One arm hug. A little pressure halfway between the elbow and shoulder, right on that tricep. Pull that hug in tighter. Good, breathing in and out. Remember, shoulders drawn down, not up here by the ears. Open up and stretch. Rolling the wrist in both directions. Good, slowly release. Shake it out. Same arm, palm up towards the ceiling. Flex the wrist. If you're not feeling any stretch to the forearm and the bicep, you can give it a little extra help here, but not if it causes any pain. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake it out. All right, we're shaking everything out now. Get everything nice and loose. Legs, arms, shoulders, and soft knees. We're doing 3 deep breaths, sweeping up towards the ceiling. Ready? Sink into those heels, soft knees. Here we are. Inhale, up. Up, 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 up. Exhale, press. Good. Again, inhale, up. Reaching long. Exhale, press. Right, third time is the charm. Deepest breath yet. Inhale, reaching, sweeping up, up, up. Rise up onto those tiptoes. Big stretch. Exhale, bring those arms down. Wrap them around. Oh, stretch through the back. Double pats on the back. Excellent work today. That was not an easy workout. I'm proud of you for setting that time aside to take care of you. Be well. Until next time. Bye.